crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well, pay attention because this could be a fantastic, spectacular live because you know it, Mercato is crazy, Mercato never sleeps. And you know it, around 11 p.m, so in 30 minutes, there will be probably some big announcements, or at least we hope. Everything can happen. We can postpone, we can wait, but since yesterday, we know it. Yesterday was the day of the acceleration of Juventus understanding that the Mercato was open since Wednesday, so we can potentially start counting on some players. You saw it on the thumbnail, Araujo, and you also saw Kolo Muani, but these are not the only players that Juventus is following. Even these ones are the ones that have a lot of probabilities to join Juventus and to reinforce Juventus for that second part of the season. Like I already saw in the chat, some people are saying, I hope that these signings, they will elevate our team, that will save the season. Save the season is a sentence that I told you yesterday, a sentence that came out of that famous meeting between Juventus technical staff, between Juventus management. Save the season, save the season, save the season. If a few months ago we were speaking about possible reinforcements like Ismaili from Empoli, that has a value on transfer market of 6 million euro. Today we are speaking about Araujo from Barcelona, that has a value on transfer market of 55 million euro and came back just in December from a long injury. So pay attention, we'll speak about these names. Are they 100% the correct one, the right ones? Probably no, because all of the names that we will talk about, guys, they have, in a way or in another, a problem. Otherwise, if they had no problem, they would probably not leave in the month of January. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, back to back. I have no brief anymore. Ciao Siraz, ciao Sharns, that is saying Beppe, second live in a row, Beppe is back, the GOAT! Ciao Igor Todorovic, Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la, ciao Nino Sports, we missed you, I missed you, I said it yesterday, I really missed you, pay attention, I need to do something. I closed it because otherwise my wife goes crazy. Sometimes she tells me, hey, no, I watched a bit of your live before sleeping and that the thing was open, you know, the drawer was open and I hate it. It's annoying me. So I need to pay attention also to that. Ciao Bogdan, ciao grandissimo, Pecci, I would love Araujo. I don't think the same about Kolo Muani. Anyway, fino alla fine. Ciao Xalino, Beppe, you are like Santa giving us fine Christmas presents. Well, you know it is Mercato. In Mercato we have so many news that I love to go live. Mercato is crazy, so Beppe goes crazy. Ciao Oliver, and also because from the 1st until the 8th I didn't do any live, so I need to recuperate a bit. Let me check how many Juventini we are at the moment before going to all the news of the day. We are at the start of this live 35,352 Juventini of the world. Thank you to all of you. Of course, we are expecting more and more people to discover the channel. Just you know what to do, eh? You have friends, you have family, you have people that are loving Juve and they never heard about the channel. Share the channel, share the channel with all these people so that we can have a bigger reach. You know what it means, huh? Bigger reach, better things are about to come. For me, but maybe one day also for the people that are in the chat. So you know it, guys, you know what to do. It costs 0 and it's helping me so much. Starting, of course, with a maximum of like. At the moment we have 64 likes, which is a start, but far from what we should have at the beginning of the live. Ciao, Oliver. As I told Ciao Acrepi that yesterday was late, today he's not missing the live. Ciao Mlaggio, ciao Chiello Star, ciao Asian British Traveler, ciao Boris, ciao Peter Gitti. Today Sasha is on time. Bravo, brava Sasha. Ciao everybody, and don't forget to put a maximum of hearts, put maximum of like for Ale 303. 3. Ciao Fabione, ciao grandissimo Fabione, ciao a tutti. Unfortunately, I cannot go towards all the names. Ciao Thomas Maklov, super happy. Thank you also for your support when I was on the Arabic live or Arabic video, Arabic channel of our great friend Firas. Thank you for the support there as well. Ciao Anthony Schifano, Junior Mas, the usual ones, grande. Can we start? What do you want to start with, guys? Bomba news from around Turin. That is a bomba news in a way, because it's something that we already spoke about. Maraba, Ramin Kaban, ciao grande. Do you want to go with the bomba news of around Turin that was speaking about Andrea Agnelli possible comeback? Attenzione, because that's the big one. Or we go immediately towards Mercato. Let me know what you prefer to start speaking about, Mercato or first Andrea Agnelli. Andrea Agnelli, Okafor to Leipzig confirmed. Yes, he's not finding enough space at Milan. They will loan him out and they are looking for an offensive player, Milan, with the new coach. Tomori out of the market, he will stay there. So we have Mercato for Jakub, we have Mercato, we have Andrea Agnelli, we have Mercato, Agnelli, Mercato, Agnelli. Allegri 3.0, which means he wants to speak about Danilo. Our friend Sigaz, Agnelli, Mercato. So clearly people want to speak about Agnelli. I understood it. So we'll start with Agnelli. What is the news posted by our friend Maurizio, or at least on his account? He says, according to various reports, Andrea Agnelli's goal is to be back at Juventus within 2-3 years. Your thoughts. Let me do a poll. Agnelli back within 2-3 years. Absolutely. Yes or yes or no, easy. I will not try to be creative because we just started live. So yes or no, easy. Absolutely yes or no, man. I see that the people started to vote, so you know it. It's there. You can just vote. Ciao Salvatore. Yes, we understand it. We know, Salvatore. You know, you can also write other things. You can, of course, you are free to write whatever you want. Salvatore, I will pin it here so that people watch your message. But you can also write other things. There are other keys on the keyboard. You can write whatever you want. There are a lot of letters and a lot of combinations. You can do whatever you want, Salvatore. Just you do your thing. Anyway, yes or no, you know it. You can vote now. Okay, you know my opinion about. No, before telling you my opinion, I will tell you what I told you already. Months ago, and what I was actually speaking about in Saudi Arabia with my friends there. We were speaking about Andrea Agnelli. You know it, I'm a huge big fan of Andrea Agnelli, which doesn't mean that he did everything 100% correct, but I always said Andrea Agnelli is the first fan of the club. Is one that understands Juventus like nobody else, grew up with Juventus with that passion since a kid, fantastic manager according to me, with a huge big vision, with huge big ambition. Sometimes the ambitions were too big, did immensely a lot for Juventus. If you look at how and the state that he took back the club in 2010 until the moment that he left it, if we are doing a balance, even if we are in a really negative moment, and a lot of people are blaming Agnelli for that, for his management of the last 2-3 years, if you are doing a balance, probably there will be much more good things than bad things to say about Andrea Agnelli. The stadium that he finalized, even if it was not him that started the project, let's be totally clear on that, but he finalized it, a fantastic, beautiful opening of the stadium. The fact that he has chosen first Antonio Conte and secondly Max Allegri 1.0, a Juventus that was able to win 9 scudetti in a row. The Continassa Hotel, Juventus Women, Juventus Next Gen. I cannot even mention everything that he did. So I'm a huge big fan. Then, what are the realities that we were speaking about? I have always said that Andrea Agnelli took a step back because he was obliged to. He's fighting to be totally clean of all the accusations that were against him. He's pressing from the moment that he will be again able to enter football. His huge big dream is going back to Juve. To take back Juve, of course, to take back Juve, he needs, of course, to convince his cousin that is John Elkann, the actual owner of Juventus. Not only Juve, but Juve is part of Exor, so he would love to go and take it. Of course, it cost a lot of money to buy Juventus. John Elkann, there were a lot of rumors of him letting someone come in. There are some rumors that are saying that he would love at a certain moment to get rid of Juventus to focus on other things. I don't know what is true. I don't know what is not true. I always said the main goal to me is keeping Juventus in the family. Then if it's John Elkann or it is Agnelli, I would be happy with both. Even if Andrea Agnelli will always have a special place in my heart. Andrea Agnelli, that is a huge, passionate fan. A manager, someone that has a vision. Agnelli is fantastic. It's fantastic. I would love that. According to the rumors that we know since now a lot of months, he's looking around to find some partners that could possibly enter. We know that he had some partnerships, not with John Elkann, but with Jeff Bezos from Amazon. We know that he was also opening to the Saudi Arabia world to have some possible partnerships there, to actually go with a joint partnership to accumulate all the money needed to take over Juventus Football Club. There are three things that are needed. The first one is that Agnelli is able again to find a spot in football, because of the ban. 1. 2, that he find enough money to pair the request, so a partner on top. 3, that John Elkann wants to sell it to his cousin. I am not sure that John Elkann would sell it to Andrea Agnelli. I believe that he would prefer to sell it to someone else than to sell it to his cousin, but I can be totally wrong. I am not sure that there is a fantastic, beautiful relationship between the two, even if on facade they respect each other, they are from the same family. Then behind the screens, behind the scene, I have no idea what is the relationship. Some people are saying they agree with each other, they have a great relationship with each other. Some people are saying absolutely not. But I would go 3,000% for Andrea Agnelli back at Juve. I see that people are voting 81%. I am sure that if I would go with that same vote 1 year ago, probably people would have said absolutely not. Or at least more like a 60-40. Today we are at least here with nearly 200 votes towards 81-19%, which is huge in favor of Andrea Agnelli. Is it because you believe a lot in Andrea Agnelli and his management? Is it because you don't believe that much in this management? I don't know. Indeed, Andy Golding is giving us a fantastic, beautiful answer. Any enemy of no, that's not what he said, but any enemy of Ceferin is a friend of mine, but he said something else. Ceferin will be gone in 2027. Agnelli will reign supreme again. We know it. Ceferin away from UEFA in 2027 has been a public announcement by Ceferin himself. That's next year. I don't know exactly what month it will be in 2020. No, in 2 years. I don't know if it will be in the beginning, so January 2027, or it will be December 2027. If it's the beginning, of course, then we have only 2 years to wait. If it's the end, we have 3 years to wait. And also there, we see it in the vote, Agnelli back within 2-3 years, which Maurizio was reporting. So that's what I wanted to say about Andrea Agnelli. Salvatore, with all the respect, you are not deciding what we speak about. You are not deciding what we speak about. Hassan, ciao grande. For me, Elkan will always be an outsider to Juventus and everything Juventus represent. Let me also read the message from Paul Enrico Costa Dimas, 32 months. Thank you. Really appreciate the 32 months of support as a member of the channel. Management focus on business. Sports site is suffering. What you are saying is totally correct. Now you have, according to me, you should have a split. You should have a split, but both of them are in a way linked. You have ownership, that's one. Then you have presidents. You have Administratore Delegato, which is the CEO. So we have John Elkann, owner. We have the president, Gianluca Ferrero. We have Scannavino, that is the CEO. And then you go towards the other position. And there it's clear that you have a real split in roles. You have the management that is focusing on business, that is actually under Calvo, and then you have the sporting management that is under Cristiano Giuntoli. Of course, they are all reporting to Scannavino. We know it, Ferrero, Scannavino are men that has been put in this position to take us out of a huge big trouble situation that was the -10, problems with the court, etc., etc. Their job will nearly be done. They have another objective to get us as close as possible to break even with our finances, and from that moment on, they will have done their job. Is it a sexy job for the supporter? Absolutely not. Is it a job that is nice to do? No. Is it a job where you can focus a lot on the sporting side? Absolutely not, for the first role of the management. Why are they looking to become a club that is actually sustainable again? A club that doesn't want to have problems with the justice, etc., etc. Maybe it could be to have a clean sheet, to actually be able to attract investors, that it can be minor investors, bigger investors, or maybe to 100% sell the club. Because, you know, with selling a club with minus 250 million euro is huge, is extremely difficult. If you're able to sell a club that is good historically and good in terms of sporting result, and on top of that a club that is sustainable and that is break even, not losing money, it's much more giving appetite to a lot of ownerships. So let's see what they are doing and what we will go towards. I heard that they want to accelerate on that break even financially. Of course, you also need to have the sporting side that is following, because if you miss on Champions League, whatever efforts you are doing in increasing revenues, whatever efforts you are doing in a creator lab, etc., 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 they will be gone away because you are not playing Champions League, which we suffered a lot last year. So that's an important thing, but I totally agree with you. Management should focus on business. Sports side is suffering. At the moment, yes, because also we are not break even and we cannot spend whatever we want because the league is in difficulty financially because of our past mistakes that we are paying the price for today. Now, future-wise, it will grow in pair. That's at least what we hope. The sporting side will be a consequence of the green numbers. Sustainability is a word that is absolutely not sexy, like Carlo is saying in the chat, sustainability, but it's vital because today, you know it, more and more and more, it is a club that is becoming a company. No, actually, it didn't become a company. It is a company. And then you have the sporting side in that company. That's the reality. I know it's hard to hear for the people that are mad about nostalgia, people that are romanticus, people that are passionate, people, the sport for the poor, and the rich are trying to steal us, but this is the reality of today. It's a huge, big business. It's the reality. If you don't want to believe in that, then you're wrong. Beppe is... what is the message from Forza Juve, Eric? Beppe, do you think that our bad moment is over soon? That it will be over, I have absolutely no doubt about it. It depends about this season, I believe. If we are able to qualify to Champions League, if we continue with the project that we believed in, I think that it will be over soon. If you are not able to qualify to Champions League, it will take a while. except of miracles, of course. Ciao Elias, that became a new member of the channel Elias Capari, grande Elias, thank you for your membership. Like Powell Daddy Siudalski, thank you Powell. I'm really curious where Elias Capari and Powell are coming from, so if you want, ragazzi, thanks for the membership. Please let me know from what country that you are watching the channel, because now I take my beanie off and you see, of course, you see the lines here, black and white stripes. We will speak about Mercato after how much? Yeah, 20 minutes. We had 5 minutes of hello. We had 50 minutes of Andrea Agnelli, the company, the state, and now we can go towards Juventus Mercato. That is crazy. And that's good because it's 10 minutes before 11 p.m. where we go towards the news. Let's see how when we have Bomba news we will speak about it, but Okafor at the moment is the news that is launched by everyone to Leipzig is about to be closed. A loan with an option to buy for the German club. Grazie Powell, that comes from, I didn't answer yet. He didn't answer yet, our friend Powell. And also Elias didn't enter. So we will wait. So, Mercato. Thank you, Alejandro. Mercato. What do we start with? Hi, guys. I'm Polish, but I live in UK. Grande Powell. Pavel. Then it's Pavel. Then we pronounce Pavel, like Pavel Nedved. Grande Pavel. Ciao Ostab. Okay, the center backs. This is the first thing that you want to speak about. Salvatore, mamma mia, but every day, mamma mia, basta Salvatore. Basta Salvatore. Giuntoli did some mistakes, and he will try to solve them. At the end of the season, we'll see if it was good or it was not good. Basta, mamma mia. We are obsessed, mamma mia. Okay, we are in Mercato. We are about to sell, we are about to buy. So Araujo is a player. No, not you, Salvatore, the other one. No, but every day, under the videos, here in the chat, mamma mia, Giuntoli out, Giuntoli is a disaster, Giuntoli this, speak about the mismanagement of Giuntoli. I don't agree 100% with you. Am I 100% satisfied with Giuntoli? No, because he did a mistake, like he didn't buy an extra striker, we know it. But ragazzi, he changed the team, which is a huge responsibility to change an entire team. We don't know if it's right. If it's right, then it's bravo Giuntoli. If he flops, it's boo Giuntoli. As easy as that. Now, he tried something because he wants to go with his own ideas. He tried something. Let's see what he will do at the end of the season. Now, there is the La Fenêtre de Réparation in French. That's how it's called, the Mercato of January, which is actually the window to repair what you didn't do well. Can we blame him on Douglas Luiz? No, because he's a fantastic player that is one of the top 3 best midfielders of Premier League in the last 2-3 seasons. And you take him at Juve in a fantastic deal because you're able to put 2 players that disappear from planet Earth. Can we blame him on that one? No. Can we blame him to go for Koopmeiners? No, we can't, because he was the best midfielder at Juventus Football Club. That these 2 players are not working well at Juve, we know it. One, 30 minutes average when he's playing games. The other one, we still didn't find the Koopmeiners of Juventus, or Atalanta, sorry. And that's a huge big problem. Even if I have inside information, they are at the club absolutely not worried about Koopmeiners. Koopmeiners is not something, I tell you, attenzione. Put it in your ears. Koopmeiners, from the information I have, from the 9th of January 2025, so today, Juventus Football Club, Thiago Motta, management, Giuntoli, Pompilio are absolutely not worried about Teun Koopmeiners. They expect more, yes, but Koopmeiners is not a problem at today. Yes, they are worried about other names at the moment. I didn't receive the names that they are worried about, but I think that it's quite easy to guess. that's the moment, of course, where the chat was totally crazy, trying to guess the players. And I see some people are already writing the name. Dusan Vlahovic, of course, is a name that is worrying at Juventus. This is also why you hear other names as strikers and not only as number 10s. And I even heard that, according to Thiago Motta, Federico Gatti, that is really appreciated by the coach, is still not his favorite defender. Not that he's bad, not that they want to sell him. He will continue to play. He will probably continue to start games. He will probably whatever. But it's true that at the moment, as we anticipated it in the summer Mercato, Gatti is not the first choice of Thiago Motta. It's a reality. This is what I heard on the 9th of January 2025. Let's see. So, what I heard about Araujo, even if this morning La Repubblica... we spoke about Giuntoli. Now, what I heard this morning about Araujo from La Repubblica is it was a done deal. I even wrote the name of the video of this morning, done deal. According to La Repubblica, not according to Beppe, but then in the video I explained you that according to me it was not the done deal yet. Barcelona will play the final against Real Madrid in Riyadh, in the Kingdom Stadium. There are two ways. Or they wait until the final, they come back, and that's the moment where they finalize the deal. If someone can tell me the date where the final will be played of Supercoppa, we are today Wednesday, so probably Saturday. Probably. Just thinking logically, yeah. But it could be Sunday as well. It could be, Saturday or Sunday. Let me check. Real Madrid. On the 12th. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Zarn. So on Sunday. So they will come back on Sunday night, where on Monday it could possibly be the last day of Araujo with Barcelona. Could be. He didn't play in the semi-final. I don't expect him to play. But of course, if you have a player in Saudi Arabia, it would be really strange to let him go from Saudi Arabia immediately to Juve, especially because then they all come back together. So it would make totally no sense. But, the player wants to go to Juve. Juve, they want the player. They found a name where they really believe in. And today, there was another call where they tried to convince Barcelona to also accept a loan with an option to buy at certain conditions, which in the beginning they were not really open for. A loan, yes, but then with an obligation to buy, while today they have an option. They are speaking about a 5 million euro loan until the end of the season. Pay attention, 5 million for 6 months are really a lot. It will be linked to what I heard today at the 70% of appearances at Juventus until the end of the season. That can possibly trigger an obligation to buy. If there is an obligation, Juventus would have loved to lower the request. This morning I was speaking about 3 million euro loan with 30 million euro of obligation, if it transforms in obligation, plus 5 million euro of bonus. Now, if you go with an obligation that is not an option anymore, they go towards a 5 million loan plus 20 million obligation, reaching 70% of the appearances, and 5 million euro bonus. I don't know what can the bonus be. Maybe finishing top 2, winning the Scudetto, qualifying to Champions League. These are the things that at the moment I don't know. So again, it's a player that could come for a much lower fee that is as value on transfer market. He has on transfer market reached the peak at 75, I believe, million euro, where it dropped down at 55 for what reason? Because of that huge big injury. 55 million euro value on transfer market is big. If you are able to take him for approximately 30, would be great if the player is giving some signs of continuity, a bit a la Kalulu, that a lot of people were doubting not the quality of the player, but they were doubting the physical condition of the player. Since then, Kalulu is playing game in, game out. Yes, it's true, he looks tired. Yes, it's true, he made some mistakes recently, but it's a player that is showing you actually really much more than we were expecting when he came in terms of physicality. Also because he's obliged to play. So, Araujo, according to me, is a huge, big yes at these conditions, especially if you are able to put a 70%. Barcelona today, in the latest hours, were confident about, okay, we can do it, but probably we'll speak about that after they come back from Saudi Arabia. And now I want a maximum of comment about Araujo before going towards Danilo, because we have fresh news about Danilo, and before going to Kolo Muani and then the other names. Ragazzi, let me say thank you to Bader Nasser. 16 months together with us as a member, but much more as a subscriber. I hope we get a member back that we need, not the one that we want. Wait, oh, it's a good one. Look, the one that we really wanted is Hancko. While you're telling me all your opinion about Araujo, Hancko is a player that it's difficult for Feyenoord. They always have the same position, so they are not changing their statement, their position. You want Hancko, you need to put the money on the table. If Juventus goes with, we give you 30 million that starts next year, 10 million in 26, 10 million in 2027, 10 million in 2028, and you have the 30 million. Probably Feyenoord is saying, you know what, start already now with 10 million here in the beginning in January 2025, 10 million in 26 and 10 million in 27. Why not? But that means that Juventus will already spend 10 million euro for Hancko now, okay? And that makes it a bit difficult in negotiation. 30 millions are a lot. I agree with Andy. They're saying he's Hancko, 27 years old, playing in Netherlands, really worth 30 million. I have doubts somehow. He's a really great player in Eredivisie. That is absolutely not the same as Serie A. It's, according to me, a really good player that can also be polyvalent, can play on the left, can play center back, has a left foot, which we are looking for, which we are really missing. Is he the perfect player that is worth 30 million euro? 27 is not old. Let's stop with the taboo that 27 is old, especially for a defender. Defenders, they can play until 32, 33 without problem. So we have a player for 6 years of contract. Of course, when they are 27 already, if you want to keep him 6 years and then resell him, no, it's impossible. If you want to keep him 2 years until 29 and then sell him, you can still come back on what you spent, but then you need to have a short-term vision for that player. If you keep him even 30 million euro, if you can spend 30 million euro for 6 years of a really great player for your defense, it's not a big cost, but still 30 is a lot. 27 is not old, according to me, especially not because you have two players in one. And a player that could potentially immediately play. It's one of the players, for example, if you compare to Araujo, that in terms of physical condition is at the top. He's playing every single game from the beginning until the end. He's playing 90 minutes after 90 minutes after 90 minutes. A player that has a lot of qualities. I would tell you my first choice would be Hancko. My first choice would be Hancko if we have the possibility. Then I understand that it's a lot of money. 30 million now immediately, and probably because we have two defenders plus one striker to go for, probably that money is missing at Juventus today. If I upgraded the camera, no, it's always the same, guys, but probably I don't know, no, it's the same. The lighting is different, I don't know. Boop. I don't know. Who is Ramsey to? The problem with Araujo, of course, is the physical condition. And if Kalulu was already a different player, because Kalulu was already back in the month of May, then season was over. He had 2 months to recuperate, and he did all the summer preparation with Milan. In that summer preparation, he was really, really, really doing well. And And then he goes to Juve, starting to play. So he was already giving us signs of I play with continuity, or I'm able to play with continuity. I did the entire preparation, which Araujo totally missed, because we know it. He played 90 minutes in a Super Copa del Rey or something like that against a minor team. So we don't know at the moment if Araujo will be a plug and play. And that plug and play is probably what we need today. If you tell me, Beppe, we go for Hancko and we go for Araujo, I have a bit more certainties. Then I can see really a Hancko that can deliver when Araujo is coming back in form as a center back, then shifting as a left back for Hancko with in the middle you have Araujo next to Gatti maybe, and Kalulu on the right side. Or you can have a Cambiaso on the right side, a Hancko on the left. You can really play with all the names that you have. Hancko and Araujo would be extremely great. Antonio Silva, extremely difficult for Juventus at the moment, because Benfica, they don't want to open, especially not because we are playing against Benfica in Champions League. Not that it will change a lot, because Juventus will not be able to put Hancko, Araujo, Antonio Silva, Kolo Muani, whatever player that will be signed by Juve will not be able to play Benfica and Bruges, or Bruges and Benfica, because Benfica is the last game of the Champions League, which is extremely annoying, of course. But so it's not even reinforcing Juve for the Champions League, but of course it's a player that you let go and that you don't have the possibility anymore to play. And that's one of the big problems of this competition of Champions League, because it continues in the month of January and you are not able to put players, whatever player that you are letting go as a club will not be able actually to, you will not be able to replace it. That's a huge, big problem. For example, Benfica, they let go Araujo. If they have an injury, they are doomed. If you let go Kolo Muani, that is not playing at the moment, you have no replacement. Whoever that you can buy a Kvaratskhelia, you will not be able to play him in Champions League, even if he didn't play Champions League with Napoli. No new name for the next two games, which is really a problem. Okay. Did I miss something in the meanwhile? Let me check. Here you have, of course, all the reports on Araujo. Araujo, Juventus today, new contacts with Barcelona to define the deal. So to really speak about the deal that I just explained to you. Araujo, Juventus, where are we? Barcelona is asking for guarantees, and that's a bit what Barcelona was asking. Not a simple dry loan. They were also not asking for a loan with the option to buy, but they would love at least a bit of guarantees. Like, for example, if he plays 70% of the appearances until the end of the season, it's a player that then transform himself from an option to an obligation. And there, Barcelona can start living with. We have Douglas Luiz, we have Kolo Muani, we have Danilo. And attenzione, now we'll speak about Danilo, but first of all, let me do something else. Let me check if in the meanwhile we grew, and that's what we did, 35,358. We can easily reach 35,360. We have at the moment 159 likes. We can do much better because we are 400 people in the chat. 417 people in the chat, which means to the sky. Okay, let me read a bit of your comments, because you know it's an interactive live. And then we go towards the other news. It is 10 minutes or 8 minutes past 11, which means that the news will start. The rumble of news. We are waiting for these ones. Lilgi, ciao grande, ciao Beppe. Any news on exit Mercato as well? Well, we start. Bravo. 16 months for you. Thank you for the appreciation. Thank you. So let's go. Let's go with the news about Danilo. First contacts with Danilo to let him go for free. I heard and I saw a lot of news on Danilo, a lot of people reacting really harsh. Danilo is not asking. Let me put the suspend music. So, from what I know, news from the 9th of January 2025. So the last news from the 9th of January 2025 are that Danilo is not asking any exit bonus. What he's asking is to be paid also the month of January, which is totally correct because you know it. You are paid when you start the month, so it's not something extraordinary. It's just also January. Even if you didn't call me up in Supercoppa, even if I'm not training with the team, I'm still part of the club, so you pay also my month of January. But he's also asking to stop the contract so that he can decide to go somewhere without the club that wants him to pay. Which I can even understand. At the end of the season, he will be without contract. Clubs that want Danilo, they could say we wait, which means that Danilo will have no club. If Juventus doesn't let him play, train, he will be without club. Bad for the image, bad for him because he cannot train on a professional level. He will train individually. It's not a beautiful situation to live because I can guarantee you when your team is training and you need to train in different hours, etc., 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 it's really not fun. What I heard about Napoli is that at today there is not 100% yes from Danilo to go to Napoli. Manna wants him, Conte wants him. Conte wanted him already much earlier in the beginning, probably on the 2nd of January. At the moment, Danilo didn't say yes to Napoli. At the moment, Danilo is evaluating the offers that are arriving. There are some interesting offers that arrived, but also these offers are asking for him to make sure that he's free from Juventus. Pop-Tart is saying selling Danilo is so stupid, we need our captain, and if we keep him, one defender signing is good. It's over. You can of course having your opinion. I understand what you're saying and you're correct or not, whatever. But it's over. It will not be a turnaround. There will be no turnaround. There will be no change of decision. The decision has been taken from Juventus and from Danilo. They spoke about it. And Danilo will leave Juventus. That it's now in the month of January, or that it's at the month of June, he will leave. But the last game of Danilo was in 2024 with Juve, and we will not see him back anymore wearing the black and white shirt. So this is something that has been decided, and that or unfortunately we need to accept, or luckily we accept it and we move on, depending on what point of view you have on Danilo, because I know that not everyone was super happy with him. Is it a bit milked by the journalists? I don't think so, honestly. Then that there were a lot of versions, like for example, Danilo wants the exit bonus, etc., etc. Probably yes, but then that there is a Danilo drama, that's a fact. That's a fact. Otherwise, he would not have been out of the team. So there is absolutely a drama. Calogero, another stupid move from Giuntoli and Motta. These two running the team into the ground. Caligia, business is business. You see two different versions. Business is business on one side. Calogero. Look, I think that it has been extremely bad managed. Really extremely bad managed. I told you, I believe in one of the first videos where I spoke about Danilo, I told you would have been great and fantastic if it finished like with Rabiot. That means end of the year, Rabiot is not aligned with the new management, with Giuntoli. And unfortunately, and I can guarantee you that if he was a big fan of Juventus and would have loved to continue, even if there was a coach like Thiago Motta that knows him, a little brother, they play together and everything, he decided, okay, I want to be coherent with my vision. I don't agree with the vision of the new sporting director. I prefer not even having a club and leaving, and let's see if I will find something more with more salary or whatever. It didn't happen. The difference indeed is that Danilo had a contract while Rabiot not, so it was much more easier for Rabiot to say goodbye, while Danilo wanted as a captain also to try to convince Thiago Motta. We understood immediately that Thiago Motta had not a lot of trust on Danilo. He didn't even play him in the beginning. He was even happy that he was in Brazil for the beginning of the season. But if you would have left, it was best. Then, like Rabiot, you could have had your opinion about Danilo. You loved him, and you would say it's a pity that you didn't find an agreement. You hate him or you don't like him, and you could have said, I'm happy, he's a traitor, he didn't want to continue the project, whatever opinion you have about Rabiot or Danilo, but at least he would have been gone and we would not have had that situation, which actually didn't happen with Rabiot. So I respect a lot Rabiot for his choice, even it was probably a popular one that put a lot of people in doubt about his legacy at Juve. Ciao Steve, ciao Aldo, ciao grande Giannis. Danilo is a good player and a great character. He has my respect. Danilo will always be respected by me. Even if he goes to Napoli, I will continue to respect it. Of course, I would prefer not, but yeah. You know, I look at how they acted when they were at Juve. Danilo has been impeccable. From a personality point of view. Then from a player point of view, I think that he did a lot of good seasons at Juve. There were some moments where he was really, really good. And they were, after the injury of October 2023, a big, huge downgrade of the player. I understand also Thiago Motta, that doesn't see anything in him. Let me check, attenzione. Sometimes there are these kind of news that you believe there is a news and then there is no news. So I need to check, because we'll speak also about Kvaratskhelia. Will tell me, Beppe, this is not Just Napoli, but Kvaratskhelia is in a way linked to Juve. You will tell me, how is it possible? I will tell you. I will tell you why Kvaratskhelia is linked to Juve Football Club. So, where are we going to? Probably we are going towards a stop of Danilo in the next few days. Where will he go? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that he will go to Napoli. I was more sure that he would have gone to Napoli a few days ago. Today, with the news that I have and that I shared with you, I am not 100% sure. Danilo is still thinking that you like him or you don't like him. Danilo is still thinking like a Juventino, which is in a way wrong because he's not anymore, but he's still thinking about like a Juventino, and that could potentially let him think twice before going to Napoli. I don't think that Danilo will go to Saudi. I don't think so. Let's see. Steve is saying, I think there have been a lot of toxic in our locker room. What do you think? It cannot be easy. That there was a lot of toxicity, I agree, We spoke about it also last year. There were some behaviors that I didn't like, and we spoke about it from some players that are gone. On the other side, you cannot just put out of the team whatever player is that has a bit of character, because if you do so to have easy, manageable players, you will feel it also on the field. If you don't have characters in the locker room, you will have no characters there. And I believe, guys, tell me if I'm wrong or not, please tell me, that the first thing that I want to hear from Thiago Motta on the 10th, so tomorrow, press conference is, let me put myself in the middle. I would love to hear Thiago Motta saying, from today, the captain number one of Juventus is whoever. I don't care. Locatelli, Koopmeiners, Di Gregorio, Dusan Vlahovic, Cambia, I don't care. But I want to hear, and he will not do it, but I would love to hear that. Legitimacy as a captain. Why am I saying I don't care who? Because it's true that I had a lot of interviews with a lot of players and I know them a bit better. I met some people, I spoke with some people. I can have my idea, like you can have your idea, but we don't live with them 24/7. We don't see them in the locker rooms. I've never been in the locker room with them after a game, before a game, at halftime. I don't know about the training session, how I saw some bits here and there, but it's not the same, so I cannot really judge. But I would really love that we go with that. Because if today it's Locatelli, if tomorrow it's Gatti, if then it's Bremer, and then it's Cambiaso, and then the vice captain is Di Gregorio, and the vice captain is Koopmeiners, and the captain is this, and the vice captain is that, you're creating confusion also in the locker room, because you know that not a lot of coaches are there in the locker rooms post-game, and they are not always there with them in the locker rooms. And when someone speaks, he needs that legitimacy of I am the captain of the team. Not only on the field, but also in the locker room. And if you have a different person, but last time I was captain, so I have legitimacy in that team. And then the other one, it finished like a grande bordello, which means a big chaos. Do I agree or not, guys? Do I agree? No, I agree, of course, with what I just said. It would be strange if I didn't agree with what I said. But do you agree with what I said? The name we can discuss, huh? The name we can discuss. Hassan says, I've seen the video of Di Gregorio. I've seen it as well. It has been pushed also by Juve. I just saw that clip. I cannot judge only by a clip of Let's Go Ragazzi. But it's a beautiful assist. It's a first beautiful thing. So why not? Even if I'm not the biggest fan of goalkeepers as captains, because I want the captain that goes to the referee and that speaks to the referee to defend my team when the referee is not judging things correctly, or even if he is judging them correctly, but you need to let your voice being heard. And a goalkeeper is too far away to every time doing these runs to go and speak to the referee. Then when you have a Buffon that is in the goal, but you had a lot of character players on the field from the year 2000 until the 2020, it's a bit easier. Also because back then a lot of players could speak with the referee, which today it's less and less players can speak. They go towards more and more, like we saw at the Euro, only the captain can speak, and if someone else is speaking, he is receiving a yellow card. But I agree, we need the captain and we need starters, subs, bravo. Especially now, Beppe. Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. Locatelli will be the captain. Good, huh? Fine. Okay. But then I want to hear that Locatelli is the captain. I don't want Locatelli today captain. Then, okay. He will. By the way, he will not be captain against Torino. Oh, who could be captain against Torino? Vlahovic might not play. We are not sure. We will wait for tomorrow. Vlahovic might not play. Conceição will not play. Danilo is not there. It could be Gatti, but we didn't see him anymore captain, but it could be Gatti. It could be Cambiaso, had the armband one day, but since he's back from injury, we didn't see a fantastic Cambiaso, but could be from personality, could be Koopmeiners. Also there, huh? You know that I have something in mind, guys. I can be totally wrong, huh? I can be totally wrong, but I have someone in mind. I will show you. Maybe I'm totally wrong, huh? Maybe I'm totally wrong, but nobody's speaking about that one. And I think that before the end of the year, we will see him as a captain. Wait, I had an image that was even ready, that I asked AI to create for me, but I didn't post it. I was waiting for a special occasion to post it. Wait. Hey, how do you take that away, cazzo? Wait, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. I just created Attenzione. I'm not saying today, but I think that soon this guy could take the captain ban. As you see, it was a bit made by me, with the McKennie with the C that was bigger and not smaller because it's the C of captain. But could be, could be. Now, I don't honestly, personally, I don't see McKennie as a captain personally now today. But when I hear Thiago speaking about him, letting him play over Cambiaso on the left, when I see the work ethic, when I see that it's a fighter, etc., etc., it could be, yeah, strange idea. I'm not saying this is my choice. I didn't say that this is my choice. This is not what I want or what I wish. I'm just saying that this could potentially happen. But you know why it's a problem? Because we need a fixed captain. And I hope that soon we will have a fixed captain. I really hope so. I think it's super important. Super important. Okay, we spoke about Danilo. We spoke about the captain even. We spoke about the club, Andrea Agnelli. We spoke about Araujo. At the moment, we are waiting for some news that on Juve side didn't come yet. So I try to follow also with the Marotta eye the next opinions, but we don't have them at the moment. So we are just waiting. Maybe they will come in 10 minutes with 15 minutes. Let's see. We continue anyway at least 30 minutes. But Kolo Muani, why is he linked with Kvaratskhelia and all of that? Del Piero Presidente, no, there is no news. I told you guys. But if you don't see it, guys, it's not my fault. The next president, probably, if there are no big changes, etc., is Giorgio Chiellini. I don't know if Sir Raz is still writing the things that I'm saying or not, the big, like McKennie captain or... but Giorgio Chiellini is doing the process, or vice president or president. But I really think that that's the goal of Giorgio Chiellini. So, okay. What happens? What is... Now, of course, it makes sense. They take him, they are not putting him in the sporting side, but he has already the background of the sporting side, and he has a huge background of what is Juventus. He won with Juventus, he lost with Juventus, which is also important, losing with Juve, because if you were the captain for 9 years of the Scudetti and you never lost in your life, he went to Serie B with Juventus as a young kid. He grew up from left back to center back, becoming a captain, tears of joy, tears of suffering. He knows what it is to lose a final, to lose 2 finals of Champions League. So, Kvaratskhelia, Paris Saint-Germain, they want Kvaratskhelia. 120 million euro was the price that they were asking a few months ago. Nobody paid that. Today, you can take easily 30% out of it. They go towards a package of 80 million euro. Paris Saint-Germain is really thinking about it. They want him already now in January. Why would Napoli be open to sell him? Because there is an offer on contract that at today has still not been signed. Kvaratskhelia, that we know it after the first year at Napoli when they won the Scudetto, he was happy to stay playing Champions League, which they did really well. The moment of contract negotiations with Osimhen, that went on a 10 million euro, if I'm not wrong, while Kvaratskhelia was still at 1.5. They were promised with the agent, with the club, has never been happy about how he has been treated, because he's saying, I didn't want to go to 10 million. But if you reward a player like Osimhen, increasing him to 10 million and not me, while I was as important as Osimhen for that Scudetto, something is not correct. The problem was that Osimhen was already there since a few times, while Kvaratskhelia was totally new, 1 year only. So he played okay in Champions League, of course, but the team was 10th in Serie A. They were really bad in Serie A, which at the end he still didn't sign that contract. So he's putting pressure on the club of always refusing to sign that contract offer that is now higher than they wanted to do. So Napoli is nearly obliged to let him go, because they understand, or they're scared that he will not sign, and then they can really lose him for free. But of course they have another plan in their mind. If Danilo is not working, they are potentially looking for Skriniar to go to Napoli. So Skriniar, to lower a bit the cash of Kvaratskhelia, goes to Napoli. Kvaratskhelia goes to Paris Saint-Germain. Guys, don't believe the kids in the chat about Araujo didn't land, or how is it possible that he would have landed? Where did he land? I am live together with you guys, and you believe that he will land. No, I would have tell you. So Lionel, no fake news, because otherwise you will be kicked out. I know that you love to be creative, like your nickname is saying it, but Mercato, I don't know if you know it or not, but it's a religion. Mercato is a religion. It's extremely important in Italy, in the football world. So because then people they believe you. So Lionel or Lionel, stop being creative, and we can continue. So Kvaratskhelia there. You know that he's a wing player. We have a Kolo Muani that is out of the project of Luis Enrique, and that's where Juventus is waiting for all that situation to unlock themselves, so that it's even easier, and they are even more obliged to let Kolo Muani go to Juve. That's a bit the triangle. Juventus is waiting, because you know it. If they go now for Paris Saint-Germain will ask a bit more. If they wait that that triangle is closed, Napoli, Skriniar, Kvaratskhelia, you can ask a bit lower, because they have the pressure, or at least cash in a bit. You understand the strategy of Juve for Kolo Muani? Today they were again talks with Paris Saint-Germain. And when I'm saying again, the word again is extremely important, guys. Super important, the word again, because it's not the first time that they talk with Kolo, or at least with the agents of Kolo, but also with Paris Saint-Germain for the player to come at Juve. Now, Kolo Muani, I am extremely curious to understand the formula. Because if it's a dry loan, it means Dusan Vlahovic stays until the end of the season. If it's a loan with an obligation to buy at certain condition, you know that you can already say goodbye nearly to Jonathan David for next year. And that the money of Dusan Vlahovic will go directly for a Kolo Muani. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to the formula for Kolo Muani. Because at the moment they are asking 60. Juventus is trying, and they call to lower that, to go for an option to buy. But we know that at 60, it will not happen. Fulkrug is, at the moment, a third name. Zirkzee, Kolo Muani, Jonathan David for next summer, not for today, because I still see some people that are spreading the news that why not him now, because he can't, because he has not the European passport. But Fulkrug is there. I will go totally crazy now. I would go, if I was Giuntoli, for now, instead of putting my efforts to try to go for Zirkzee and Kolo Muani, I would go, or even Rashford, I would go super easy. I would go with Mikaudatse and Fulkrug. They are way much cheaper than the other ones. And I believe that I'm not saying better, but I believe that these players can give you a lot impact immediately. And also, Mikaudatse, you can even bench him. A Fulkrug, you can even bench him. These players, they will not even be angry to be benched and to enter and to solve some games. They are not the mega stars, but these players, they know what to do. And they will bring you when we are speaking about leadership, Fulkrug is a leader. Mikaudatse is not a leader, but he's a player with a lot of character. I would go immediately. If I was Giuntoli today, I go and I sign Mikaudatse for 25, Fulkrug alone from West Ham with an option to buy, and I would go for that. Because it's even easier for the summer. If they are doing well, these players are easy to sign. Super easy to sign. While a Zirkzee at 40 million, a Kolo Muani at 55, 60 million euro is difficult. And then on top of that, if you're looking at the stats of Kolo Muani, that I like, he's a really good player, and I think that he will destroy Serie A. He's still a player that if you're looking at stats, it's not that he's the best. He's also missing some goals, guys, huh? And Zirkzee, except of that fantastic season where he scored how much? 12 goals, huh? Not 25, not 30, 12 goals, huh? In a wonderful Bologna where everything was working. I am not sure. You see? My take. Offensively, Mikaudatse, Fulkrug, you take two players, not one. Two players, they can play with Vlahovic, they can play without Vlahovic, they can be on the bench, they can play as a starter. And then next year, Dusan Vlahovic, you sell him and you go all in for a really big bomber. And you can keep a Fulkrug as a bench player. What I didn't tell you, because I see here nostalgia people like Carolina that is saying, Beppe, I would go for Dybala and then in the summer Chiesa come back with Alphonso Davies and Kimmich on a free and maybe Tech come back. All of them are the leaders. Chiesa is absolutely not a leader. Absolutely not. Dybala is not a leader. Absolutely not. These are actually the contrary, the reverse of leaders. These players, how much we like them, they are more selfish, career-minded, thinking about themselves than leaders. We saw it with Chiesa at Juve. He was absolutely not a leader. Kimmich is leader. Szczesny is a leader. But Szczes will not come back. And Kimmich, I don't think that he will come. Alphonso Davies, absolutely not. So it's beautiful, but the names that you mentioned are not possible for a million of reasons. You know how crazy it is? The only one that could possibly be would be Kimmich, but I don't even know his salary. I don't know his salary. I have no idea about the salary of the guy. It's a good question. At today, I believe that 45 is the biggest offer that Juventus received. Not officially on the table, but in pourparlers, in talks, 45. But Juventus, they consider that with 45 in now the winter, without having a second striker, would put them in extremely difficulty because you will not be, because it's not 45 and you go for another striker for 45, huh? No. So it's 45 and you have no profit on Dusan because that's what you still need to pay for him. So you do a break-even operation and you need to go again in the bank to take some money. So it will not be a sustainable thing of profit where you can spend a bit of money for another player. So they know that 45 million euro for Dusan Vlahovic today is not a possibility. In the month of June, 45, yes. 45 will be no, it's not 45 now and 25 in June. It's 45 today. The value may be 40 in the summer, something like that. Yeah, that's what it's worth today. Even if I believe that it's worth much more as potential, but that potential will start to decrease because in 20 days, not even 20 days, in 15 days he will be 25, so it starts also to have a bit of experience. We saw the benefits, we saw the strength, we also saw the weaknesses of Dusan, repetitive weaknesses. So let's see. Buon anno Armando Marcantonio, grandissimo. Ciao Camis Jamal, 27 months with us. Grande Camis, thank you my friend. Scouting, then buying the best players in Serie B. Juventus observes also in Serie B. For example, a player like Spendi, top scorer of Serie B at the moment, is a player that Juventus is monitoring, not for immediately now. Look, I tell you, Juventus wanted to go for names a la Ismaili, a la Spendi for now in January. And I told you yesterday that the strategy changed with, unfortunately, the result that we did in saying, let's go to save the season. And probably at today, Araujo, a Hancko, that was already the target. But Araujo, Hancko, and Kolo Muani are more certain to give you something immediately, to not suffer that huge big impact, because we already have a lot of bets like Yildiz first season, Savona on the right side first season at Juve, Bangula that is really doing beautiful things there on the right side, was one of the best one against Milan. So elevating, but yeah, Juventus is looking for names in Serie B. Now it's much easier when you are a 2005-2006 Juventus and you add the best defender of Serie B, that is Giorgio Chiellini. You let him 1 year on loan from Livorno, he goes to play at Fiorentina, and then he comes to you and he integrates a team full of top stars. It's much easier than looking for a player that is called to maybe potentially play immediately. You see the difference? That's a huge, big difference. Beppe, one more thing. In the summer, we can get Dybala. But no, we will not get Dybala. Kimmich and Alphonso Davies on free. Yeah, but Alphonso Davies will not come. Because they're... Yeah, I agree. But Dybala will not come. Carolina, he will not come. He will not come. He's a finished player, guys. He's a finished player. He's a fantastic but finished player. Injury prone. Big salary for a player that... It's over, guys. With all the respect for Paulino, made some choice in his career and he pays the consequences for it. It's over. It's basta. I know he looks great. He's a beautiful guy. He's kind. He has a heart for Juve. That's true. He has that magic. Sometimes he's doing things that are out of this world, but he's the only player from my heart, from my memory, that I remember that got injured taking a penalty kick. Guys, what are we speaking about? With all the respect for Paulino, he's the only player on earth that I watched getting injured of taking a penalty. Tell me if there is another player in the world that got injured taking a penalty. Dusan got injured taking a penalty. No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Nico Gonzalez could become the second player ever to be injured on a penalty. Could be, but I didn't see it yet. So first I need to see. Then I will say yes or no. There are people that are just joining, like Nico. Thank you for a donation. You're opening actually today with the first donation, so thank you. Grazie, Nico Gonzalez, Nicolotti Gonzalez. That is opening the donation today. So really thank you for your support from Switzerland. That is telling us, Beppe, I just joined. What did I miss? De Sciglio in? No. Caceres 4.0, you missed. De Sciglio that should leave Empoli if it's not already done. But no, De Sciglio not, but Caceres will come back. Caceres 4.0. No, I think at the end we will go for a good Mercato. But I think it's such a pity that we need to speak about a Mercato, guys, that we didn't want to do and that we are obliged to do. Because otherwise, guys, probably would have gone for one defender situation. Danilo, that would probably have exploded. Anyway, would have gone for one defender. And one striker, of course. And now we have to go for two. Because when you lose Bremer, when you lose Danilo, when you lose Cabal, by the way, happy birthday to Cabal, that I believe yesterday celebrated 24, happy birthday to him. Mercato is sleeping tonight. Well, yes, probably because they anticipated a lot of news already in the afternoon. There was a lot of acceleration that was really unusual, but also maybe because Barcelona was playing. No, they were not playing. I'm lying. They played yesterday. That's why they were free. They were free in the afternoon, so that's why they talked with them. Paris Saint-Germain, they were not playing today, so probably they had opportunity to talk already in the afternoon. But usually it comes now, and it didn't come. So Kolo Muani, we spoke as well. But these are the two big names. Guys, honest question. Araujo plus Kolo Muani. Let's go. You vote. Araujo plus Kolo Muani. Juventus is stronger, doesn't move anything, or Juventus is weaker. Let me know. Did I answer the question of Kolo? The other Kolo. Kolo 99, not Kolo Muani. I think I did, I think I did the question of Kolo. But I am not sure. Sasha, what is Sasha saying? Even I can be a leader at Roma. Brava Sasha. In the meanwhile, you have another Nico. Mamma mia, today is the day of Nico. That means that he will score against Torino. Nico became a YouTube member. Grazie, Nico. Really appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. What are the 5 big news of today? We can go towards that. I will show you in a second. First of all, let's see if we reach 60. Mamma mia, to the moon. Coca-Cola money. Coca-Cola money. I don't know how to react. So the 5 big news of today, according to Il Bianconero, are Araujo. Juventus today, new contacts with Barcelona to define the deal. Uno, we spoke about it. Kolo Muani. Juventus is going further, going ahead. New contacts are planned with Kolo Muani. Then we have 2 old women that are speaking to each other, eating cookie. I don't know. The old lady, of course. We have Danilo. I spoke and I told you what I knew about Danilo today. I also told you, pay attention, guys. It's not true. He didn't ask for a bonus exit. That's 3. Juventus and the Sils. 6 names out for Giuntoli. Attenzione. Oh, that we didn't speak about. And then Mendes is still pushing for Antonio Silva, even if the latest news are that it will be extremely difficult for Antonio Silva. So let's go with that one. No, not this one. Here. I click, but they are giving me something. So let's click this one. No. Guys, can you believe it? I click this, they give me the next one. I click the other one, they give me another one. So I cannot click on the 6 names that are out for Giuntoli. If someone can click on it, on Il Bianconero, let me know. Huh? No, I can't. Guys, what is this shit? Disaster. I don't know who are the players. Wait, let's refresh. Il Bianconero. Okay, we'll refresh the page. 5 news of the day. Up. Let's go like this. We need to click on the gallery to have the news. That's what we did. 1. The title is here. 2, 3, 4. No. It's not working. It is not working. Disaster. Disastro. It is what it is, guys. 77% of the people said Beppe would be stronger with Araujo and Kolo Muani, which I believe as well. We would be stronger with these ones. Randall Kolo Muani. The song's already from Jawa that is welcoming him. More ads than Juve has money. But I have to admit that it's still okay. Huh? It's a lot, I know. But you know it, it's tough to have a vlog, a blog, a site. It's tough in these days where people, they love to only click on the big titles. They don't take the time to read. You know, it's tough. So, attenzione, maybe we have the news here. How is it possible? Wait, copy text up. Eccolo. Bravo. So who are the 6 players who could have guessed it that we didn't need Il Bianconero? But Danilo, 1. Douglas Luiz, 2. Arthur, 3. Bangola, 4. Dusan Vlahovic, 5. Fagioli, 6. These are the name. Not all of them will leave. But these are players that, for a reason or another, are on the market. Danilo, Douglas Luiz, Arthur, Bangola, Vlahovic, and Dusan Vlahovic. And Fagioli. I said 2 times Vlahovic. So I don't think that a lot of people are shocked. I don't think so. I think that it was predictable that these players were on the market, even if I told you this morning in the video the news about Douglas Luiz. And also an update about Fagioli. Yeah? I agree, Kaligia. Beppe, aren't you concerned about Araujo? Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I am. I said it, I'm not concerned about the qualities of the player. I think that he's a really great player with a lot of potential. If they tell me, look, to make a recap what I said, if they really want to bring Araujo, then I would go for a loan with an option that becomes an obligation at 70% of the appearances until the end of the season, which is what Juventus is offering. But that means that then they have another plug-and-play defender. So if you bring me a plug-and-play defender a la Hancko, for example, and you take the risk to have a really great player, I would be okay with it, because it's a bargain, huh? Araujo at physical optimal condition that you take for €5 million loan, 20 million buyback, or buyback, 20 million to obligation if he reaches 70% of appearances, and 5 million of bonuses. I don't know if it's winning the Scudetto or qualifying to Champions League. I don't know. I think that would be really, really great. But you need to give me another secure defender. Secure defender in terms of health and also strong defender. Otherwise, we have a huge big problem because I am not sure about Araujo. Then the surprises like Kalulu that arrives, and Milan was thinking that he would not have been able to play 5 games in a row, and he's playing 30 games in a row. The miracles are Kalulu. I believe in them one time. That's why it's called the miracle. If it starts to be every single time, then it's not a miracle anymore. But yeah, I am. And then we have Andy Racing. Araujo has had more injuries than Beppe and YouTube has ads. I would say Araujo has had more injuries than Beppe has errors. Ciao, Rob. What does plug and play mean? You put and it works. Like you take a player, you put him against Torino and he knows how to play. As easy as that. Plug and play. You know, sometimes you have, I don't know, maybe you're young or not, guys, but in the past, you had, for example, players that, not players, you bought an iPhone or a phone and you needed first to charge before you were able to use it. That was not plug and play. That was you plug, you wait until it's totally charged, and then you can play. Plug and play is you put, you play. People are saying Sky Sport. I went on Sky Sport. I didn't see anything. I want to speak and answering Jake about that, but attenzione. I will come back to you, Jake, in a second, saying thank you and also taking the time to answer you, but attenzione. It's a good news and it's a bad news. Ronald Federico Araujo da Silva. This is the complete name for people that do not know. If you want to know how much I am obsessed with a defender, this is how much I am really obsessed with a defender. I know the full name. Ronald Federico Araujo da Silva. Agent Andres Espinosa. He spoke to Mundo Deportivo. Araujo has received several offers in January, the most important from Juventus, but he has not made a final decision because he gives priority to Barca. Is it the good news? Is it the bad news? Well, it's a mix of news. The bad news, if we listen to the agent, which doesn't mean that he's saying the correct truth, is he's giving priority to Barca. If we go towards the positive side of things, is indeed Juventus is speaking with the player. The Juventus is on the player, and it's Juventus that gave the best, the most important offer, which means that Juventus is serious about it. I always told you, until the player is not in Torino, everything can happen. You know it. West Ham is always around the corner. Jake, Jake from USA, thank you for the donation, my friend. Do you see Thiago Motta changing for 4-2-3-1 with new number 9? You know, the coaches that I love the most are the coaches that understand what the team is, who the players are, and they can adapt to have the maximum out of that team. From the moment they have that, they build on that. also with next transfer markets. For example, if the best team is 3-5-2, you start with a 3-5-2, keeping in mind that you can also play in another way, and then you go, and that's the fantastic work between a coach and a sporting director, that you are looking for players that are able to reinforce these positions in an idea of football that you have, that was the best for the players that you had at disposal back then. Look, Thiago Motta already changed from a 4-1-4-1 towards a 4-2-3-1. Going with new pair of center backs, with again a Kalulu on the right, with Cambiaso on the left. It could be that we go again towards that 4-1-4-1. Because this is how we started this season with a Bremer. If you find a player with qualities a la Bremer, maybe with a player that is able also to play with the ball from the back, maybe he can change again. But I don't think that that is what we need to pay attention for looking to the number 9. I think that this is what we need to pay attention for looking at who will come at the defenders. So my answer is yes, I think that he can possibly change, but not according to which number 9 will come, but change according to which defender will come. But it's a really good question. Pay attention to the game of Torino that can possibly see 3 men in the midfield instead of a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-1-4-1, going really towards a 4-3-3. Pay attention to Torino. This is what I can already tell you. That has been tested. We have a new player that we need to say welcome to the next gen, that since the arrival back of Brambilla are doing way better, much better. They won the last game as well, I believe, that they played. So much better team at the moment, but we are still not out of danger zone. But Juventus went for a player. Wait, you know what? Let me put it on Telegram, because on Telegram we even have the picture. Thanks to Saraz that reported the news. So Serigne Deme, born in 2005 to Juventus from Sasso Marconi, is at final stage. Contract until 2027 with the option for 2028. He will play for Juventus next gen. If I am totally honest, I have absolutely no idea who the guy is. So you know what we can do? We can go on transfer market. But before going on transfer market, we will still go on transfer market. But speaking about another player, I don't know if you heard about it, so write it down. Today, on the 9th of January, we start introducing Abdukodir Kushanov, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. He is from Uzbekistan. Young player, 20 years old, plays at Lens, center defender, it's a center back, right foot, super solid, super strong, physically 186. He's the one that charmed Giuntoli recently. It's not for the winter, it's not for today, but it's a player that Juventus wants to go for in the summer. Of course, depending on the big clubs that are not stupid and that already saw and spotted him. Like, just to tell you, Manchester City, but also Real Madrid. But yeah, so Navig is saying is really close to City. It's not a done deal yet, but Juventus is also there. Even if, unfortunately, we need to fix already this season and not only the next one. So I told you about Serigne Deme. I told you also that I had no idea who he was. So we'll check. Is a left winger, apparently, for the next gen and not for the first team. 4th division, that's where he was playing. He is 19, Senegal, left winger, 15 apps in 4th division, 5 goals, 1 assist. Can play on the left, can play as a number 10 or offensive midfielder, can play on the right. I don't know, guys. I don't know who's that guy. So I'm happy or I'm sad. You can choose. I don't know. I'm happy or I am sad. I don't know. But sometimes you just don't know. You can. It's not a problem to admit that you don't know. What are you guys? Are you happy or are you sad? Let me know. Just Chris is there with us in the chat. Ciao Beppe, ciao, grazie a tutti. No, grazie a te. Thank you to you. Just Chris, 17 months with us on the channel. Thank you, my friend. Really, 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 really appreciate it. And then thank you to Hosar, 38 months together with us. Mamma mia. You know, 38 is the max that you can have. Huh? So the people that are hitting 38 means that they were immediately trusting the channel and becoming a member. Thank you, Hosar. Thank you, Just Chris. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Nicolotti. Thank you, Kamis Al Jamal, Lil Guy, Badr Nasser, Powell, Elias. We have Paul, Enrico Costadimos, all the people that did that extra mile today, but also thank you to Davy, to Saif. Ciao, grande Saif. Ciao, Cifo. Ciao, Italian, grande Italian. Beppe, Juve set to receive money for Napoli. Have officially announced the signing of 21 years old attacking midfielder Luis Haza. Will not receive a lot. I can guarantee you that. Ciao, Salman, grande. Yeah, we met. I was so excited to meet you in Riyadh. Ah, no, we didn't meet. Bravo. I was so excited to meet you in Riyadh, but arrived at 9:10 by gate 10. Disaster, traffic. I hope we will meet soon. I'm happy my Saudi bro take care of you. They did. Did you watch the story yet? It's a football-oriented story, so it's not a vlog about my trip. That will come. Hopefully, it's ready for this weekend, probably on Sunday. If you didn't yet, please, you can find it here on YouTube in the short tab, or you can find it on Instagram as well. If you didn't yet, please follow me on Instagram, because it's nice. It's really nice. Edited by my great friend Nevin, that did, again, a fantastic work. A really fantastic work. Beppe, after Saudi, USA next. Look, guys, I tell you the truth, I have no money. I'm poor. It's a decision that I made to be happy and to work out of my passion, hoping to become a successful, not rich, but successful content creator, being sponsored, etc., etc. I had a fantastic opportunity to go to Saudi Arabia. I would love to go to USA next, but if I will not be sponsored to go to USA, forget about it. Also because, last season I didn't go to holiday. I just took 4 days, I don't remember, to Scotland, which I loved, but can we call that the holiday? I don't know. So if it's not sponsored, then it will be tough. If it's sponsored, I will be the first one to jump into the plane. Of course. We will be here for you, Beppe. Bravo. But the problem is I will not be there. As long as it's not sponsored. Then if you want to pay my flight, my hotel, then I will be happy that you are there. But if I'm not sponsored, you will be there alone. Huh? That's a fact. You will be there alone to wait for me. Attenzione, do we have Pedula? We have Pedula. È della Juve la più grande offerta. You recycled what we just said. We just explained this one. Let me see. If this goes up, then we can maybe go to USA. Meet and greet in Belgium. I would love to organize that this year. Absolutely yes. And I would not only would love to organize it, but I would love also to maybe do a kind of podcast video. Huh? Not a live, but recording a video where we are with some people from Belgium. We can organize. Maybe, Saraz, you can help me. We can go and we drink a coffee. We check for some... there are some rooms like that you can rent, where they have the microphones, when they have a table, they have some camera, and we can do something. Would be really, really nice to have something like that. Why not? Absolutely yes. Absolutely. But I need some help because I'm really bad in organizing. I am really good in having ideas, but then when I need to make them work, I need people to help me. I have always been like that. I'm a disaster. But you need some people like that. Huh? You need people that are thinking, the creative brains, the ones that are ahead, and the ones that are doing it, the executing force. Andy, if you can fix a ticket for me, if I need to become a member of Londra Bianconera, and you can fix, of course I pay, of course I pay. But if you can fix 2 tickets for me and my son, we become members, then we will see each other in Bruges. If you cannot fix, then also there, I will not be there because I was waiting for some tickets. 3 tickets then, me, my son, and Saraz. We become members of Londra Bianconera. Maximum of likes to send Beppe to the Stati Uniti. We should do a campaign like that, Jake. Maximum of likes to send Beppe to the USA. Beppe, you should check Hashball. He made a very interesting video speaking about Juve's current tactical situation. Hashball. Who is Hashball? I know Hasbullah, but I don't know Hashball. Who is Hashball? Even if I always fear when people that are speaking about too many clubs when they start speaking about Juve, because then I get upset. Last time I saw someone that was going with XG whatever thing, and I wanted to slap in his face. I don't think possession is the only key to winning. So that's the video. I will check. Attenzione. And then Pedula has been fooled. Attenzione, Pedula fooled, reporting the words of someone that is not even the agent. Attenzione. Like we were fooled. Let's check Matteo Moretto. You see, Mercato is crazy. Words of agent, and then the agent disappears. It's not the agent anymore. Unfortunately, I don't know where that's coming from, the words of Matteo, because I don't see them. Can you find me a link or not? Because Matteo, there is nothing, guys. I don't see anything. But I didn't see anything. Breaking news. There is no news. But I don't know. If I don't, you know it, if I don't find the source, I will never say that it's correct or not. But first I need to watch it, and I didn't see it. It comes, he spoke on Barça Universal. But again, where did he speak? Barça Universal. Here we go. But who is Javi Jorge? It's director at Barça. Guys, if we start with these kinds of news, that's an opinion. Director at Barça Universal. I should also have these kind of things, you know, like GJustjuve or Giuseppe Bognani, director at GJustjuve, or founder. I need a new name, like founder. Giuseppe Bognani, founder at GJustjuve, says Vlahovic Araujo swap could be a good market opportunity. But what kind of deal is that? I don't know. And then if it's sponsored by Stake, they're paying. I don't know. Everyone is now receiving money from Stake, I believe, to be sponsored. CEO. Founder is even better, no? Founder. So here they're saying the apparent quote from Ronald Araujo, agent is fake. That's not even his agent. The words of Matteo Moretto. Now we can go and sleep. I love also Master of the Universe, but guys, I want to stay humble. Master of the Universe is not bad, huh? Master of the Universe. I like that one as well. Kolo just found it. Just CEO. Master of the Universe. Head of Media Direction and Talent founder. GJustjuve Enterprises. You know, no, you don't know. And if you don't know, we will not speak about it. Kalija, critical reading is critical cool skill to have. I saw Carolina again that said something. I have Fabrizio subscription and part of it is Matteo Moretto Substack. I can check. Thank you, Carolina. What you see? What a community! What a community! People are ready to help. Beppe, the Gianni Agnelli of GJustjuve. Tom Van Dan. That in Italy probably they call Tom Van Duin. Nico, they would probably be open to loan. Who? Ricky. Beppe, if Araujo and Hancko come next season, will be backline. Hancko, Bremer, Araujo, Cambiaso. Don't forget about Kalulu. Great backline, but what about... indeed. But what about Kalulu? No, guys, we need to stop thinking about... Look at this season. And then Bremer is out. You know what I mean? So it's difficult to think about 11 players. It's over. 11 players, it's over. We need to really think about 22 players. We can play, we can joke with starting lineups, whatever you want, but starting 11 is over. That doesn't exist anymore. Because there are too many games, there is too much rotation. It doesn't exist. Unfortunately, it's not like back then. No. Beppe, I was really surprised when I looked at the clip of Kolo Muani's video. He changed my mind a lot. I was scared by his statistic at first. No, he's a good player. But am I right or wrong, Kolo, about a Kolo Muani pre-miss France-Argentina, that huge big miss of a possible 4-3 in a World Cup, and a post-Kolo Muani, post-miss of France? I need to know. You, now that you watched a lot of clips, etc., etc., I saw a different Kolo Muani. I saw a Kolo happy and a Kolo saddy. I prefer to have the Kolo happy before that miss. Beppe of the House of Juve, first of his name, King of the Andals, and the first man and Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. Bravo. I like. Yeah, Frankfurt Kolo and PSG Kolo are two different players. But I would not even say Frankfurt of PSG. I would really say pre and post miss of France. But you see that he's not even celebrating anymore. When he scores, he's like this. I think that he said to himself, I will only celebrate when I score in the final of the World Cup. Hopefully for him it happens soon. Otherwise, he will never find peace, I believe. He scores is like this. Oh, you know what I would love? That he comes to Juve. Guys, imagine. He comes to Juve. And I hope someone from Juve is watching. If they don't, I will send them a message. I would love that they let him present himself like this. I hope you get the reference. No? It's easy, no? Kolo Muani. The Kolo Muani. It's the same. Kolo Muani. Fantastic. It's the same. They are twins. Look. And you know that Kabi, Kabi is a big, huge Juventino, worked a lot with Juve as well. So, you know, if you could put Kabi and Kolo there, and they do like this, like the other Spider-Man, the Spider-Man meme, attenzione, that would be fantastic. That's my dream. If they want to do that, then guys, I think he's the best player of the universe. But they need to do it. Otherwise, I will be extremely, extremely, extremely sad. I went on dimarzio.com, and this is the guy that I see. Di Marzio. But I think it's not the same. It's not the same Di Marzio. So we need to go on another Di Marzio. Gianluca Di Marzio. Gianluca. What does he want? Gorini, Pisa, Fiorentina. I don't see anything about attention. But we already know. We already know, guys. It's actually they are speaking about Antonio Silva. According to him, it's not over yet. Juventus continue to monitor Antonio Silva. Tomorrow could be a day where Jorge Mendes will push even more. Let's see. Let's see. Did he tweet something? Let's see. Why did it? Okay. So it's for tomorrow. It is for tomorrow. But we were already reading, We were already reading. It should have been today, the meeting between Jorge Mendes and Benfica to speak about it, but this one has been postponed to Sunday. Guys, it's not tomorrow, it's Sunday, because the Portuguese club, they are preparing the final of the cup, and they don't want to be absolutely disturbed. Okay. We know now that we have to wait until Sunday for an answer for Antonio Silva. And now, that's how we close. We close, first of all, in checking how many new Juventini we got since last time, and we have not a lot. But anyway, we had like 10 from the beginning until now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the live together. I started a bit earlier, so 2 hours, nearly. I hope it was great. Oh, I started solo, Beppe. Great series. Solo? What is solo? Where can I find that? I know silo. I don't know solo. You started Silo. Yeah, I am already at season 2, but then I went because I hate when it's once a week. So at the moment I give up. I'm waiting for all the episodes to be there so that I finish season 2 and we don't speak about it anymore. Buonanotte Bogdan, James Douglas Davis. Cheers, Beppe. Good. The last 30 minutes. Bravo. If you want to hear about Araujo, you need to catch up the first part. Solo Muani. Bravo. Buonanotte a tutti. Grazie, forza. Juve. Go and watch the short. Because that's important. Go and watch the short that we made. It's a really good one. Buonanotte, Carlo. Ciao, Caligia. Ciao, Orion. XL5. It's a Roman number, 10, 505. So, no, it's 50. 10 and 50. $65. Usually I'm good with Roman numbers, but this is not possible. So it's 5. L is 5. No, V is 5. $45. X is 10. X is 10. The L. The L comes before the V. That's why. 40. No? XL is 40. That's why. Because you don't put 4x. X is 30. XL is 40. And then the V is 5. Okay. I get it. Bravo. Hey, usually I'm good. I was good. I was perfect. I remember when I was doing the test of Roman numbers, I always had 100%. But you see that I start to be extremely old. Even Roman numbers, I'm not even able to do them without thinking. So, from now on, your name is Orion45. Why? Orion 45. Why? It's something about guitars. It's something about guitars here on It's a scooter. Brain CPU at 100%. You're making me even crazier than I am already. Schakelbommer Beppe. Schakelbommer. It's a backpack. Okay, we went from music to backpack to scooter to CPU at 100%. Okay. 45 is favorite number. No connection. Okay. 45. Like Balotelli. Indeed. I made it deeper than it actually was. Angelo Nole became a new Juventino of the world, and this is what we were waiting for to close the channel. 65 here. From 45 from Orion we went to 65. Grandissimi ragazzi. 35,365. Let's go to the moon. The first objective, you know it guys, it is the Allianz Stadium. We need to fill it, and then we go towards 50. Then we run towards 100,000 Juventini of the world. Ciao, forza Juve. Ciao a tutti.